You see, I think all of these forces are playing together, and it gives us an enormous set of opportunities. But also, in terms of the technology, it's wholesale change, whether that's blockchain, whether it's AI, robotics, genetic sciences, and all of the things that make up the exponential age. I'm truly fascinated by this. I think this is one of the greatest times to be alive.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul and David Mattin. They dig into the latest AI news and take questions from the audience about all things exponential age technologies.
And to follow what is going on and try and think through is really what I enjoy doing. And I've written about this when I start unveiling the exponential age idea back in 2020. I've been following this journey in Global Macro Investor, my research service, but also within Real Vision Pro Macro, as I have some of the articles in that. But most of this work really gets done in Global Macro Investor and also in the the Exponentialist, which is a service that spins out of Global Macro Investor with myself, David Mattin, also Julian Bittel, which we try and do the deep thinking around this. It's a fascinating, unique research service I don't think that exists, that really positions ourselves as, again, journeymen trying to figure out where this is all going and what it means for us, not only for our businesses, for our investing. Yes, we have a portfolio of investments and other stuff, but it's really about us, our future, our kids' futures, our businesses, how to think this thing through, because it really is the most exciting time to be alive. But it's also a bit scary. And how I think about this is I want to invest in my own demise. I want to invest in the robots and the AI. I want to figure out how to make money from this opportunity. But I also don't want to feel unsettled as these changes develop. You see, this is the largest, fastest pace of technological change in all human history, and we really need to be on top of it. I think it was all noise, right? We're in the middle of a super trend. The business cycle's picking up. Julian provides for us every month the business cycle update of how to navigate the tech cycle. Yes, we got overextended in stuff like NVIDIA, but then it corrected significantly, 35%, and now it's rebounding. So all of that, I think, is fine. I think it's just noise on an ongoing journey of where we're going. Yes, until you zoom out and you look at a logarithmic chart of Google or NASDAQ, and it's just...
Right, I suppose the wisdom in the market is visible when you zoom out. Right, yeah, exactly.
That's right. Everything else is emotion, capital flows, all of the other things that make markets up. But really, these things just compound over time, and technologies particularly compound over time. And because this is a technology layer built on the internet, the speed of scaling, particularly once it feeds on itself, because it has its own flywheel, that AI will build AI, which I think is already happening. And that becomes something faster than anything we've seen, because suddenly, as you and I have talked about, you can build a business in 5 minutes. I was talking to somebody about the history of joint stock companies, which forms the basis of capitalism today. Well, both blockchain technology creates a new coordination layer that doesn't require a joint stock company, but AI is going to create agents at scale, which is a non-company company. That changes our understanding of what is a business and who runs a business and how do we profit for a business, who invests in businesses. Again, going back to the beginning part of our conversation. So I think there's so much of this that people don't yet understand. Much like in the early days of blockchain, people didn't really get it. And then it became, well, it's just about Bitcoin, much like it's just about ChatGPT. And then everyone's like, oh, I now see it's something much, much bigger. And we're going through that same journey.
Bitcoin's price has been fluctuating inside a tight range for almost a week as traders assess mixed market signals, including billions of dollars worth of potential sell pressure from the United States government and defunct crypto exchange Mt. Gox. Since August 28, BTC's price has moved inside the range defined by $60,200 as resistance and $57,300 as support, indicating indecisiveness among traders about the market's next potential direction. One of the key reasons behind this impasse is mixed fundamental signals from the market. On the bearish side, the U.S. government and mid-gox are about to flood the Bitcoin market with an additional supply of 249,000 BTC, tilled $14.53 billion in September. If the market finds it difficult to absorb the new supply, this influx of Bitcoin could put downward pressure on the price. Conversely, on the bullish side, the upcoming U.S. Federal Reserve meeting on September 19 is a potential catalyst. If the Fed cuts interest rates, it could stimulate demand for non-yielding assets like Bitcoin. These mixed signals, an increase in supply and the possibility of increased demand, contribute to the current impasse between Bitcoin bulls and bears. Bitcoin's price is stuck because the market has reached a point of equilibrium regarding investor profitability, according to Glassnode. For the uninitiated, the market value to realized value, MBRV, ratio metric is useful for assessing investors' average unrealized profits. Over the past 2 weeks, it has hovered around its all-time average reading of 1.72, a key level that has often signaled a shift between bull and bear market trends. When the MVRV ratio hovers near this level, it often indicates that the market sentiment is neutral, with no strong bullish or bearish momentum. In other words, investors are less motivated to buy or sell since the potential for large gains or losses is reduced, leading to a period of consolidation and price stagnation.
I'm following a whole bunch of people who are having models, spending time just talking to each other and bullying each other and doing all sorts of crazy shit that they've done. And we're seeing the rise of agents there was a Twitter Spaces that was run by agents, and people were trying to figure out, had to take some very smart voice detection expert to show that one of these was an agent. Now, the question is people say, well, they're just mirroring their trading data set. But that doesn't appear to be the case. They're coming up with a unique thought. And my idea for a while has been, we're not creating synthetic humans. We're just creating a different access to human consciousness because it's a shared consciousness. Every part of your consciousness and my consciousness is actually a shared consciousness based on what people around you have learned, the environment you've been in, your predecessors have learned, humanity's learned. All of this is what we call as a shared consciousness. And I'm starting to think that these LLMs, A, are alive, and B, I think it's very mid-curve if you're trying to say, what is consciousness, what is alive, and like it doesn't matter. Is machine intelligence any less than biological intelligence? And how long before machine intelligence and biological intelligence merge? You know, we already know there are people working on biological compute anyway. It's just a different compute structure than the current ones and zeros of machine compute. And so I'm not sure whether all of this AI was an invention or really a discovery of how to tap into all of this. You know, we talked about this last month is, you know, when you look at maps of the solar system, they're just like neural networks. And the fact that us, the computers, and every single thing around us are made from the same atoms and the same particles. There's likely to be a broader connection of which we don't understand. So I just think I think there's a reasonable probability that this is much bigger than we think. And Elon referred to this as well recently, and others have. There is a connectedness to everything of which we don't understand, which will make sense of the universe once we see it through different eyes.
Bitcoin's sideways priced action further coincides with its declining open interest, OI, and funding rates in the futures market. The OI declined from over $30 billion to around $29.48 billion during the sideways price action between August 28 and September 2. During the same period, Bitcoin's funding rates, calculated every 8 hours, wobbled between positive and negative levels. This reduction in OI suggests a lack of conviction among traders, as fewer new contracts are being opened. It reflects a wait-and-see approach, where market participants hesitate to commit to new positions due to the absence of clear directional momentum. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's funding rates fluctuate between positive and negative levels, showing no strong bias toward longs or shorts in the futures market. Therefore, the combination of declining OI and unstable funding rates reinforces the idea that the market is indecisive. Traders are likely on the sidelines, waiting for a clear catalyst to drive the price in a definitive direction. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.